It is seen at the start of the film that a big spaceship lands exact before the ship of Thor. This spaceship belongs to none but great Thanos. And Thanos has reached there with his full team. His team's name was Black Order. When Thanos and his team enter Thor's ship, reaching there, they kill all the men of Thor. After this, Thanos comes to Loki to take Space Stone from him. Then Thanos threatens Thor to kill him. Meantime, Hulk also reaches there. And a great fight is witnessed between them by face to face. The interesting fact is this, that Hulk possesses the superhuman power. And Thanos also possesses the superhuman powers. Their great and tough fight is seen here. At the very beginning, both were having the equal weight on each other. Being stronger than Hulk, so Thanos defeats him there. When Heimdall realizes about it that no one can stay before Thanos, so he sends Hulk on Earth from there. But Thanos becomes aggressive when he notices him of doing so. So he kills Heimdall at the spot. After it, Thanos also attempts to kill Thor. Loki requests him, "Let him go. I am ready to give you the Space Stone in its place." Then Loki hands over that Space Stone to Thanos. But Thanos also deceives here while killing Loki. Due to this, Thor loses his temper, feeling so bad. He could not take any action because his hands and feet were bound. Later, Thanos leaves from that ship to get his third stone. But he blasts this ship while leaving. Now that ship had been destroyed in the whole space, so Thor is hovering in the space. At the same time, Guardians of the Galaxy arrive there. When they observe Thor hovering in the space, so they take him in their ship. There is one more character, Mantis, who has the ability to read the mind of anyone. When she places her hand on the head of Thor, then she comes to know that he is very sad and in pain. Because he has lost many people. Thor reveals to the Guardians of the Galaxy, waking up at the same time, that Thanos has approached. Now he is after the Infinity Stones continuously. He can part this world with these helps. Thor asks Peter Quill to help him. And he tells that, if Thanos got all stones, then he will ruin the whole world. He will finish everything. So they build their two teams here. One team comprises Thor, Rocket and Groot, while other team includes Peter Quill, Gamora and Drax, Nebula. Thor says here to Peter Quill, "I cannot harm Thanos until I have my own hammer." So he has to depart to Nidavellir to take his hammer. On the other side, Peter Quill, Gamora and Nom All reach nowhere. And it was the place where Collector used to live. Because it was Collector who the third reality stone. After this, it is seen that Hulk had been sent on Earth by Heimdall. He falls in New York as he approaches on Earth, at that place, where Doctor Strange and Wong were present. He tells, seeing both of them, that Thanos has arrived. No one can rescue us now. Doctor Strange is also worried, witnessing his worry. After this, Doctor Strange moves to ask the help from the Iron Man and Hulk. They both tell Tony Stark, reaching there, that Thanos had started to go after the Infinity Stones after reaching. Due to this, the whole planet is at risk. Our planet Earth may be in danger if he gets all the stones. Now little details about these stones are shared here. There comes Power Stone at first. Its power is this, that it can decrease the power of any human being, and it can also increase the power. The Space Stone comes on the second number. It has a power that it can transfer anything from one place to other, as it is continued in the space. Reality Stone comes on the third number. This stone has a power that it can bring a transition in any reality. It means that you can change the climate according to your will. Time Stone comes on the fourth number. And Doctor Strange possesses this stone. This stone has this power that it can reverse or forward the time according to its power. The Soul Stone is the fifth stone. It has the power that it can give you the control of anyone's soul into your hand. It means that we can make that soul do what we like. The last stone is Mind Stone. It has the power that it can control the mind of anyone. And it gives the telekinetic power to the people, which can change the motion of any object, even flying it in the air. These are the details of these stones. Getting the power of all stones, Thanos wishes to make a hold in the whole world. All the planets where the population of human beings have increased, he wants that population should be halved. In this way, Resources will be availed by everyone there. In this way, the balance will also be maintained in the whole universe. Thanos was talking to ruin the half population. So he is insane to get these Infinity Stones. When Tony Stark gets to know about the whole story, that Thanos wants to ruin the half population in this universe. So he thinks that one stone should be destroyed among these 6 stones. So he says to Doctor Strange that you have Time Stone, why should we not destroy it? So Thanos may not get success in his mission. Hearing it, Doctor Strange assures that I will continue to protect this Time Stone till my death. So I will never let it be destroyed. Then they think here that Vision has also Mind Stone. If we destroy that stone, then Thanos will never be able to do what he wishes. For this cause, they start to contact Vision immediately. But it is known here that Vision has turned off his transporter. On the other side, Avengers team was divided into 2 groups. One team was under Captain America and other is under Iron Man. So they remain unsuccessful to contact Vision. Hulk says to Tony Stark there, Captain America perhaps will have the knowledge about Vision. So detect his location while calling him. Tony Stark tells, no. I have no intimacy with him. I don't talk him at all. Bruce Banner says to him on this, you are perhaps unaware with whom we are going to confront. Call him instantly, abiding by me. At the same time, they hear the sound of a thing. When they peep through window, then they witness a big spaceship, moving towards New York. Witnessing it, they understand that the affliction has approached. Spider-Man also knows about this spaceship. Seeing it, he also moves away, coming out of the school bus. And he begins to go after that spaceship. Then it is seen, then 2 men appear from that spaceship. The name of one is Ebony while other's name is Obsidian. Ebony possesses the telekinetic power, through which anything can be lifted from one place to another without touching. And it can also throw. And Obsidian has many superpowers. Now it was their task to guard Time Stone, so the fight starts here among those people. Now a very interesting sight is seen here. When Tony Stark presses the mark of his suit of Iron Man. Then he is shown, transforming completely into the nanoparticle suit. And he stops in first attempt the attack by Ebony. Now there are also seen many bold scenes of fights here. Being powerful, as he had the telekinetic powers. So he continues to be successful in his mission. After this, he reaches Doctor Strange to grab the Time Stone. No one could take out the Time Stone except Doctor Strange. So he takes Doctor Strange in his spaceship from there. But he was unaware that Tony Stark and the Spider has also got into his spaceship. Then a vision is shown that Thanos Team Black Order has the ability to read all the energy flow of the infinite stones, so they go to Doctor Strange to grab the Time Stone at first, and Proxima Midnight and Corvus Blade move to Vision to grab the Mind Stone. Now it is shown that Proxima Midnight and Corvus Blade are stronger than Vision and Wanda having such a blade, which can be pierced into the body of any human being. It may also injure him. Using that blade, he injures Vision. Due to this, Wanda remains alone in this fight. So they begin to put a heavy hand on Wanda. At the same time, Captain America reaches there. And he succeeds to defeat them with the help of Falcon and Natasha, Black Widow, when 3 of them are going to kill both of them. Then both Proxima Midnight and Corvus Blade escape, opening a portal there. Now Vision had injured very badly, then they all decide that they will take the help of Black Panther to get access to Vision again. Then the scene moves to the Guardians of Galaxies, where Gamora and Peter are moving ahead while talking. Gamora tells Peter here. Many years ago, when Thanos had approached on our planet. Then he killed the half population of our planet. My mother was also one of them. At this time, I will not let Thanos to do as such. I have a secret. Due to this Thanos will surely come here to take me. And she says to Peter, you will have to give your words to me. If Thanos struggles to abduct me, then you will have to kill me. Peter was not willing to do it as such. At last, he promises Gamora. Then they move to the place nowhere where Collector used to live. They now after reaching there that Thanos threatens him of murdering. And he warns, if you did not give me the reality stone, then I will slay you. But Gamora kills Thanos, reaching there. But it is revealed here that Thanos had already arrived at that place. And he had also grabbed the reality stone. The sight which was seen, it was actually an identical created by Thanos. It was just to entrap Gamora. When Peter Gill comes to know about it, that Thanos is going to abduct Gamora. He tries to kill Gamora with his gun. Then Thanos converts his gun's bullets into the bubbles shot by him. After this, he goes from there, taking Gamora. Then that big spaceship is shown which had landed in New York. Ebony is with Doctor Strange here. Spider-Man and the Iron Man are also in the spaceship, so they rescue Doctor Strange after facing some difficulties. They also leave Ebony in the spaceship for dying. Now that the argumentation starts among them. Tony Stark says to Doctor Strange here that, "I cannot let the many people die after taking Thanos on the Earth for this time stone. If he wants to take this time stone, then we will have to call him at another place for fight." Because Thanos had comes from Titan planet, so they plan to fight with Thanos, moving to Titan planet. After this, Thanos and Gamora are shown who are in War Zone, where they meet Red Skull. The protector of the Soul Stone has been shown here. Thanos asks Red Skull that, how is the Soul Stone got? Then Red Skull tells Thanos, that Soul Stone is most powerful than other stones. But we have to sacrifice someone to get this stone. Because it is a Soul Stone. So there will be the stone in place of stone. To sacrifice a human being to get that Soul Stone. And Thanos sacrifice his adopted daughter Gamora here. He gets the fourth stone in form of Soul Stone here. Afterwards, Thor, Groot and Rocket are shown here. They reach a place where the dwarfs dwells. Because only dwarfs can make the good weapons. It is known here when those dwarfs had manufactured the hammer of Thor, then Thor had destroyed all the furnaces of that place. And he had left alive only one dwarf with it. Knowing it, Thor requests one of the dwarfs to help them. Dwarf says on it, "I apologize. I cannot assist you. If Thanos knew if I do so then he will ruin me and this whole planet." When Thor says to him, "I will surely defeat Thanos, finding my hammer," hearing it, that dwarf is eventually agreed to help Thor. So they begin to prepare for manufacturing a new weapon. But they come to know here, the metal that is required to build that weapon, the energy that is needed to melt that metal, it will only be availed by the sun rays. Sun's energy is faster, if it is directly reflect on that metal then it will completely destroyed. So a filter is required to fix it at its center. When they are using that filter, then it is damaged from its center. Then Thor says to that dwarf, "Now I will perform a task of its central filter. You may continue your work." And it is fascinating scene. When Thor was standing as an energy filter through that energy source. Only to get his weapon hammer. He eventually gets that weapon. It is known after its making that there is not handle, fixed in it. Then Groot appears there and he sets his hand at the side of hammer. At last, marvelous weapon get ready. Now this weapon was more advanced and solid than Thor's previous weapon. After this, the scene moves to Tony Stark, Spider and Doctor Strange, who three of them have approached Titan planet. Nebula has conveyed a message to Mantis here, there is your need on Titan planet. So Peter Quill, Drax and Mantis reach there. It is known here that Doctor Strange begins to forecast before the arrival of Thanos. He checks that how many chances are there that they can win from Thanos. He checks that there is only one possibility through which they can win from Thanos. At the exact time, Thanos comes on the scene there. Who had approached on Titan planet to grab the time stone from Doctor Strange. After it, Captain America, Bruce Banner, Wong and Vision are shown. Who reached Wakanda along with Vision. There was not anyone else to lead them but Black Panther. It is revealed here that they all have arrived here to destroy Mind Stone. Then Black Panther's sister named Shuri says to all there, that yes I can separate Mind Stone from Vision, but I need time for accomplishing it. Then those people say, okay. We will fight the coming team of Black Order team here. You may try to separate Mind Stone from Vision till that time. Then it is known that the whole Black Order team of Thanos, they reach there to grab the Mind Stone from Vision. Who was being led by Proxima Midnight, Obsidian and Corvus Blade. All Avengers were thinking it, witnessing three of them, that they are in favor. The end Black Panther builds a giant dome there. Due to this, they are covered by a protected circle. When they know that there are many members in Black Order team, and they can attack at any time, entering from the back door, then they eventually plan that they will open the front door little bit, through which, the whole team of Black Order will appear before us. In this way, we will keep them busy in battle, and Suri will separate the Mind Stone from Vision till that time. After this, the front door is opened, where the whole team of Black Order begins to fight with Avengers. It is known here that Hulk does not want come in his real appearance, because Bruce Banner turns into the appearance of Hulk if he had to confront someone. He mostly remains in the appearance of Bruce Banner. Otherwise, it is also said here that he had started to fear from Thanos too much now. And it was also the cause that he was not turning into Hulk. He contributes in this fight without no cause. Then a great fight of this movie is shown here, which was going on between Avengers and Black Order team. And the whole battle is really very fantastic. Then all members of Black Order team, including Proxima Midnight, Corvus Blade and Obsidian, who were leading this team, they are killed here. Avengers also make Vision participate in this battle. Then another hero, Thor, also comes on the scene here. He shouts loudly as he participates. Where is Thanos? Hearing his voice, Black Order whole team is scared. Thor also moves forward, while hitting them. After this, Thanos is seen, who is fighting with Guardians of Galaxy team members as Spider, Doctor Strange and Tony Stark. They try their best to unfix the gold armor from Thanos' hand, controlling him. But Thanos is so powerful that he begins to kill everyone. He was not allowing anyone to stay before him. But a time comes during this fight that, when the whole team catches Thanos, and Spider-Man tries to separate the golden armor from his hand. But Peter Quill commits a blunder here. He asks Thanos, coming to him, what you did with Gamora. And he begins to punch Thanos' face and also hits with gun. As a result, Thanos restores his consciousness again. And he again starts to hit all of them, putting on his gold armor, and begins to put a heavy hand on them. Then a great fight is again witnessed here, where Tony Stark and Iron Man are fighting with Thanos. Iron Man's suit was so powerful here. So a tough battle starts among them, whereas, only a single blood drop wastes from the body of Thanos, but he becomes aggressive due to this, that he wounds Tony Stark with his own blade. And he starts to victimize him. Then Doctor Strange says to Thanos, don't kill him. Let him go. And if you will let him go, then I will give you Time Stone. Tony Stark forbids Doctor Strange to do as such here, but Doctor Strange has to sacrifice it to rescue Tony Stark. And he hands over his Time Stone to Thanos. As Thanos gets his fifth stone, then he begins to shout with excitement. After this, he leaves while using the Space Stone. And he directly lands on Earth's location Vacanta, where the fight was going on between Avengers and Black Order team. There is going on argumentation between Wanda and Vision. Vision says to Wanda here, if Thanos grabbed the Mind Stone after coming and killing me, then I will also surely be died. I will also be ended if you unfix this stone. So release me, taking out this stone. After this, destroy this Mind Stone. It will be concluded that Thanos will be unsuccessful what he is wishing to do. Now Wanda unwillingly tries to separate the Mind Stone from the head of Vision. At last, she has succeeded to separate that Mind Stone. As she begins to destroy it, then Thanos comes there. Coming there, he reverses the time here. That time when Mind Stone was fixed on the head of Vision. And he takes the Mind Stone from the head of Vision. And he puts on it on his gold armor. Now Thanos had possessed all stones here. At the same time, Thor appears there. And he hits his hammer on Thanos. But Thanos says to Thor here that, Thor, you committed a mistake. You had to attack my head with this hammer? Then Thanos snips his finger here, due to this whole universe is halved into two parts. Then the scene moves to the Soul World where Thanos finds himself alone at all. And there is younger Gamora there when she was young. She asks her father, do it. What did you lose? Then Thanos replies, everything. He lost everything in fight to get these Infinity Stones. Because he was greatly in love with Gamora. Unfortunately, she was not his part of life now. After this, Thanos comes back to the real world. Then there are the rest of the Avengers and Thor before him here. Having all stones, he moves to another place while teleporting through space stone. The ashes only remain there. Then the half population of universe has begun to decrease. Everyone was disappearing from there, turning into ashes. After this, Thanos is seen, who was in a hut. He was excited because eventually he had succeeded in his mission. He had rooted out the half population of the universe. Afterwards, Maria Hill and Nick are seen, who are driving somewhere. But they also begin to disappear from there. And Nick takes out a small device from his pocket here. And he sends a message to someone. When that device is shown after his disappearance, it is revealed that he has sent message to Captain Marvel. And the movie completes on this scene.